be here standing. Never took a loss and it ain't something that I'm planning. I dare you to say something. My focus is A1. Every dog has its day. It's been mine since day one. This is real grind and I'm still climbing. While you still trying, I'm still shining. It's real blinding. And I'm getting hotter too. Talking top two, I'm not a two. You let the pressure bother you and I do what I gotta do. Let's go hard. Coming close to me, flow is on atomic. I'm starting fires through poetry. The hardest out, staying loyal, no falling out. And if you step into the court, be ready, we balling out. Yeah, the coldest of teens, they know what we bring. Don't try us. They know in between. We go for these dreams in silence. Hard work, don't mistake it for magic. We been shooting in the gym. This is target and practice. Yeah. And I'm just getting started, getting feet wet. It's all in repetition, ain't a secret. All facts, all black dress code. Pay me my respect, collecting every...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand final series here at UniSport Australia Touch Footy. It is kicking off first with our men's gold medal match between QUT and Western Sydney. Both teams having a very impressive run coming into this grand final match, and it is going to be Western Sydney kicking things off first here with their chance of getting a gold medal as we see them rocking it up down the centre of the field first, but just pulling it back to slow things down.
Woo! Looked to me like he was running through the hole there, brother. Hey.
Yeah, straight away. Not the best start there for Western Sydney, just passing it into a completely open gap. And heavy contact on that first touch as well. Not going to call this heavy contact though, just playing through QT. I reckon there might have been a little bit of milk on that one.
Yeah, that's, it's grand final time. After 5 days worth of footy, the guys have got to meet the battle. So the referee's just showing them where the line is. He's happy for a little bit more physicality, mate. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, that's what you want to see in a grand final match as well. You don't want to see the game being over-officiated or anything like that. So a little bit of extra contact here and there is quite good. At the end of the day, you want the players to be the ones to decide the outcome. Oh, great opening try here for Western Sydney as well.
Awesome. So Dylan Wells and Aaron Byrne sort of connecting right from the tap off. They looked likely to sort of head down the field and run a pet play together.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a... as my entire replay system decides to crash and fail, but that's okay. We'll give it another crack later on.
Yeah, it was a nice little sort of two-man quickie play there to get him behind. The link staying out. I reckon that's a hole they'll go for the rest of the game.
Well, let's see what QT can do to respond here. It's an early 1-0 lead for Western Sydney. And being that we are now down to our gold medal matches, these games do jump back up to 20-minute halves as well. So you would have noticed a little bit of a change there from those 14-minute periods we had with our semi-finals, just to try and make up some time after a bit of a schedule change. So QT now, they're going to attack straight away. Unfortunately, can't quite get to the line. That will be the fifth and last. Just taking it, facing away from the line as they move it now towards the left-hand side. The long pass is on. Can he dive and get there? No, just short of the line, but a great first run at it here for QUT.
Yeah, it's always nice to see the first couple of sets, mate, who's going to shine. Verenkamp and Parker getting together. For QUT, looks like they've got a little bit of attack about them. Verenkamp looks big and long too. I expect to see him diving a little bit later in the game. Oh,
absolutely. We've already seen some really impressive plays throughout the semi-finals, but obviously things step up one extra notch here in the grand final as well. So we'll see Western Sydney just bringing it down towards this left-hand side just to try and get those subsets through. Actually, they're going to make one substitution on that set. Plenty of space down the right-hand side, but QUT's defense is all over them. Nice extra pass there as well. Can Western Sydney make anything out of the extra meters? No, they can't. QT's defense just keeping nice and tight on them.
A little bit of energy at the start of this one, mate. Look for them to wear out, though, and there's some tired bodies out there.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the sixth as well, so great touch there from QT, keeping them outside the line. So let's see what the QT can do here as well. They're obviously going to go up their left-hand side of the field as well, get those fresh legs into it for bringing it back down the centre of the field now as well. Already a game played at quite impressive pace.
Yeah, here we go, bringing it into strike dump. So referee Jai Hudson, you can see him far side in the green and white. Officiating, holding the line, fifth touch, big hand goes up.
That was the fifth and last as well. That's the sixth. Change over here from QUT, so Western Sydney, another opportunity.
It's interesting, nothing too crazy yet. No one's sort of exploded a big intense situation or a moment with a scooper. They're just feeling each other out, so those grand final nerves.
And we've seen that relatively consistently throughout the matches today as well. You know, teams they do start a little bit slow. We sort of see within like that 4 to 5 minute range is where the first try comes through. So both teams are just trying to suss out the defense, and that's going to be a touch pass. Unlucky there for Western Sydney, but great defensive pressure from QUT.
Yeah, Heath Crawford then flying out of the line, putting the pressure on, forcing the passes. They're the moments that we need in these games. You know, little moments, grand final moments. You see it across all sport. And now they get a nice fresh set, and here comes Parker. Coming out on the field, Camp. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, that one was probably just had a little bit too much sauce on it.
Nice. So 6 first touches, mate. Let's see.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously on the line as well. So big set of 6 here for QUT. Western Sydney's defense is going to have to be on point. QUT so far seem to just be relatively happy to take it slow. It's going to try and see where the gaps open up in Western Sydney's defense. A long ball is there and ball down from Western Sydney. 6 to go again, but it was a great read there from Western Sydney. And of course, getting into lane there was Marta Edmund and knocking that one down.
Oh, yeah, it's getting clunky
0
around
call
the
here. Lane's opened up on the side, but bit of a waste of a set there from QUT. They had 6 again, but just a little bit too ambitious on the pass to the wing and going out on the full.
I want to see them playing around the feet at the moment. I want to see them bringing people in, diving at the toes, offside play-ons by the referee, feeling them out to squeeze them in before they start chucking those passes.
Yeah, and I mean, we're still early on as well. It's a 0-0 ball game here. Sorry, 0-1 ball game in favour of Sydney. And, you know, we just want to see sets completed, see those safe players at the moment as well. There's no need to rush things at the moment or panic and throw long balls when there's still 35 minutes of footy to be played.
Mate, and you wait, it'll be 5 minutes before half-time. You'll see hands on knees. You'll see, you know, I know they've all had a really good week. There's lots of other sports going on here around the Gold Coast, so that's what they can do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a huge few days for UniSport Australia as a whole here on the Gold Coast. There's been I lost track of how many sports are actually being played at the moment, but there's plenty of action all around the place. But mate, nowhere I would rather be other than right here watching some great touch footy.
Palm Beach touch, baby. That's where we are.
Yeah.
Nice.
If you are down here on the Gold Coast, do make sure you come and check it out as well. There is still plenty more action to come with the women's gold medal match and the mixed gold medal matches, both still to come here today. Those games at 1:30 and 2:30 p.m. So get yourself down here. We've got food, we've got snacks, we've got lollies, we've got some great touch footy here as Western Sydney aren't able to complete that set. So QUT now going on the attack, just taking those touches up through the centre of the field as they slowly make their way over to the sideline.
Yeah, and it's a pretty clunky set here. This is going to be 4 and they're not at halfway, so they're going to have to strike from the midfield. It's been a nice, just controlled defensive set by Western Sydney. And we do see a pick and he's gone length.
Yeah, managed to make his way through. Needs to get the pass off though. Does anyone open up? There is a drowning there. Ooh. It was the 6th though. Brilliant run through from QUT, but unfortunately just didn't have enough players running with him to then try and get the ball down in time.
Mate, Heath Crawford, you know, really nice scoop. He put the pressure on early to force the turnover. You saw him lift in then on the first touch to put pressure on again. He looks like he's got a bit of work about him.
Western Sydney QUT sending the defensive player through the line. Does manage to come back and get that touch. QUT able to reset with plenty of time now. So Western Sydney don't gain a lot of metres on that touch. They seem to be more than happy to take it up the centre of the field at a relatively cruisy pace at the moment. So let's see this burst of energy out of that touch there. Fakes it behind the back, loses possession, takes the touch.
So referee's calling touch before the ball was dropped and lost, so he believes he still had control of it. Boys shot a little flick out of the back of the hand, didn't they? Hey?
Seen a couple of those behind the back flicks so far today, and it's made for some really interesting footy. Western Sydney, gap opens up. Can they get a player inside? Pass is there. Touch is called. Ball was grounded, but
touch pass.
Looks like that one, yeah, touch pass. So unfortunate there for Western Sydney, but again, just showing the aggression on the attack. Yeah,
Kombumerri then, just a little dummy from half and snuck into the end goal. He's a big body, but looks like he loves to get about his work as well.
QUT now, you can sort of see the ferocity of these boys. There's lots of big touches. That one is going to get pulled up. So fresh set of 6 now for QUT. Almost could have been a little bit hard done there, Western Sydney. The initiation was a pretty strong touch as well, I'd say.
Yeah, it goes both ways, doesn't it? So it's, you know, it's up to the referee to find that one, chat to the players, be consistent about it, which they have been. There's been a couple already. Nice. So we see this pot out here at the moment with Parker and Camp. I've got Norbert out here in the link pointing at his link hole. He reckons he's got a space here to slide into.
Yeah, well, let's see what QT can do with it as well. They've just taken it relatively easy this set so far. Now we see the gas turned on. There's a space that opens up.
Oh, great touch.
Nice touch there from Western Sydney.
And you know, it looks like the QUT are getting through and there's lots happening, but they're getting caught every time. And it takes a lot, man, when you sprint 30 metres, 30 metres, 30 metres, all these sprints.
Yeah, and both teams are doing a really good job of actually getting the ball over the try line. It's now just a matter of trying to have those extra players running with you, finding the space to actually get the grounding.
That's exactly right.
But defensively, both teams are doing a really good job of that as well. Obviously, recognising the dummy half being the one that gets across, looking for those players around that they can pass to, shutting down those gaps and getting those touches when they need to. Space again opens up here. Western Sydney with a big chance. They get it down and the grounding as well. Western Sydney, second try of the game. They take the lead 2-0.
Aaron Byrne was just cruising then, cruises out to the link channel, just throws the ball here, shows the ball, sneaks around the link and gets into the end goal.
Yeah, we'll have a look at it again here. You can just sort of see that space really opens up, dives to try and get the touch, opens up. QT's defense, where were they? They all just stopped running, stopped trying to get back, left the lane open, and a very easy try there for Western Sydney.
There you go, and there are those little fatigue moments that we're seeing in day 5 of this event.
QT just hunting for the initiation there, got the touch. Moves the ball through some hands now as well. But again, QT just like to set up that offense in the middle of the field. They do get the penalty as well, though. So fresh set of 6 now.
They've got to be careful there. That's the second time they've been done for dropping back inside that 7.
QT now takes a dive at the line.
Yeah.
I reckon, did he get there?
I thought it looked good.
Yeah, I thought it looked good as well. Yeah, there we
Awesome.
go. Beautiful try from QT to open up their scoring. Let's have a look at that one again. It looked good from where we were as well. We can just sort of see QT love taking their time. There's the touch. And just that dive through the line and, yeah, sliding over. Managed to get it down and a brilliant try to open the account for QUT. It's a 1-2 deficit. Western Sydney narrowly maintaining their advantage.
It's pretty cool, eh? Like, that's a skill that's specialised for a game of touch, that slide dive. There's no other games where you're going to dive and score a try like that. It's awesome.
Yeah, and it looked amazing as well. So QT coming back here late in this first half. We're under 10 minutes to play. 2-1 the score. Let's see what Western Sydney can do now inside their half. Again, we can see them just looking to set up their offense as well. They take the touch, they move it through the left. It's a great roll, extra pass out and another dive. Western Sydney down again. 3-1, Western Sydney taking a big lead here in the first half. Again, we'll take a look at that one again in slow motion. You can just sort of see, you know, both teams really just love taking their time. They're more than happy just to dance around, but then that burst of energy coming out of dummy half, that extra pass and the dive down as well. So Western Sydney, man, they're looking good out here in this grand final match.
Yeah, mate, Dylan Wells is having some fun out there. Contributed first try, third try just then. Just cruising out there, but I think the defensive line probably came in a little bit too tight on that short side.
QT now obviously going to want to try and respond, so we'll see if they can deliver one here. They're going to push out to this right-hand side. Pass is there. Pass is long. Change over Western Sydney. Good move from QUT, but unfortunately just couldn't find that connection.
Hey, great touch by the winger, eh? Right on the money. He was there. He knew what was up.
And also just waiting until the ball was touched as well, because the last thing you want to do is make that touch early when they haven't even got the ball to them yet. So, you know, just showing some great patience as we see now. Western Sydney puts the Jets on, gets the fake, dances around it, comes through the gap. It's opening up here. Western Sydney, what a move. What can he do? The winger was there, had to pull back, and there's the touch. But, man, you wanted to give him a try on that. Hey, he's made some great meters. What a play.
I'm tired watching him run around out there. This is awesome.
Could almost double down as a dancer as well. That footwork was clean.
Wells, here we go. Here's the short side. It's open. Beautiful. He's having a game, man. I'm telling you, he's having a game out there.
Yeah, great finish there. Western Sydney, I mean, we're only 13 minutes through this match so far, and already they add another one to the tally, taking it to 4-1. You can just sort of see that short side was absolutely open. The wingers had to come in to try and make that touch, opening up that lane, and a beautiful try down in the corner.
It's neat, man. What I really like about the uni games is, you know, just behind the Western Sydney boys, we've got the University of New South Wales, the Sydney crew here. There's lots of people around supporting each other. You know, both teams here. It's a really nice environment here at the moment, man.
QT look to go on the attack again. Let's see what they can deliver. They trail by 3 late in this first half. A great run off the line there to make the touch.
Yeah, really nice, eh? 99. We saw Edmund Matter step up then, make that touch from the link. Yeah, well caught.
Mistake there from QT. Western Sydney with the opportunity. QT has to get back and actually play defense there. Quick touch, incorrect play of the ball though. Just got his foot in there. You're almost falling off your chair.
Oh, yeah, I'm a bit of a defender. You sort of see that stuff happen. It's like, ooh, foot in the ruck. That can go either way, But here we go. Turn it over.
Yeah, those 50-50s are always hard to read. And obviously the referee down on the field significantly closer than we are. So big advantage now for QT. The dive's there. The touch is called. It was a good launch from QT, but unfortunately just not getting there in time.
Yeah, I like the way Sydney recover, mate. Full energy to get there. Oh, there you go. That's a bummer, man. That's a fatigue error, that is.
Yeah, QUT will be wanting this halftime hooter to sound just to rest their legs, recoup, see what they can deliver in the second half. Because right now, this match has been all Western Sydney as we get the Jets turned on down this left-hand side of the field. Pushing the ball up now. They bring it back through the centre. There's space there as well. The wing is there. Western Sydney could get in again here. The wing is there. Can he turn on the Jets? It's going to be touched.
Nice touch.
Great move, QUT with the defence.
That's what I'm talking about with all that scooping earlier. Like QUT only have 10 players. They got 4 in their box, whereas Western Sydney have got 7 in the sub-box. Walk in. Oh, touch on the foot. Yeah,
touch called.
Got the foot. Awesome touch. It's a nice effort there by Ethan just to get over there. Oh, and there it is. Banks it.
Yeah, another brilliant try here from Western Sydney. They are absolutely dominating in this grand final. We'll play it again on the replay. Unfortunately with Palm Beach touch on this balcony, we do have a nasty pole in the way. So we'll see what we can actually see of it. We kind of get it through the bars of the prison. But it was a nice dive and a nice finish there. 5-1 the advantage for Western Sydney with just over 4 minutes to play here in the first half.
All right, we see Veron and Parker back together, looking for a little quickie play.
You might be able to hear it through that Atmos mic, the Rooster play for QT. The space opens up and a brilliant finish there as well. QT add one more in a desperate try that they needed. It's still 2-5, but QT closing that gap. You just sort of see it. You heard the Rooster call called as well. The pass is there. The split is made. Dives through. And unfortunately, Western Sydney's defense just not quite cottoning onto it. Opening that defensive lane. And QT punishing them for it as well.
Yeah, mate. I actually think their sub-box screaming Rooster may have put the defensive line off. They're waiting for a play to happen that's not their play. And it was a quickie, nice and simple. So, yeah, it's sometimes hard when you're trying to overread. Here we go, though. They're only ever like 30 seconds away from scoring, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah, and it's a high-scoring match as well, 5-2, and still 3.5 minutes to play, so plenty of action being delivered here at Palm Beach Touch in these gold medal matches for UniSport Australia. The touch is there for Western Sydney. They're going to go on this long side now. Close to a toe. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, late whistle, touch pass, but absolutely looked like it from where we were sitting.
Yeah, I was with you. Really hard. Referee has, from his point of view, mate, looked like a touch pass from up here as well, but those two players are really the only two that ever truly know.
Yeah, exactly right. QT now, they go on the attack. They need to move the ball up the field at pace. Gaining plenty of meters per touch. There's another one there as well. The dump off is there. Only 7 meters or so gained on that one. Need to look for these opportunities. QT really are showing some sign of fatigue. Passes out to the wing. Couldn't quite get there. The connection wasn't there, so Paradisus just not able to run into that pass. Yeah,
mate, there's hands on knees in the sub-box. The QUT there, they'll be sucking in the big ones at the moment. Happy for the ball to be off the field. And it is a little tactic and touch footy. Sometimes we get tired. We get down there, fifth and final. Bang, I'm going to rip the ball out and just get back and catch my breath. Looks like both teams are happy to chill at the moment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And what a squad Western Sydney has brought along with them as well. Well, they've got 7 subs. Looks like they've got a couple of trainers, couple of crew.
All the league boys are there, mate. So they finished and they won the gold medal in the league. So Western Sydney took it out and they're down here supporting their mates. Yep.
Yeah, nice. Well, good on the Western Sydney boys for coming and supporting their offshoots in the touch format of the game that we all love. Touch made there from QT. Dead on the halfway line, centre of the field as well. Touch there from behind from QT. Western Sydney, the dummy half, was a little bit slow to get into position there. Do manage to pick it up now, moving the ball through. I think Western Sydney, let's go to cruise here late in this second half. They know they've got the advantage. Yeah. Happy to walk that one up. We may see some steam power here. Long ball. Too long.
Yep. It's almost like they were trying to kill a bit of time and cruise, but now they're caught on the back foot. You're better off getting down there and just trying to score one.
Yeah, well, they've got a big advantage, 5-2, and surely they'd be aware that the clock's got to be ticking down to those dying seconds in this first half, so don't want to overexert themselves too much. There is still a whole second half left to play, and they want to conserve some of that energy. I'm sure QT will be counting down the moments as well as they take the fifth. What can they deliver here? Manages to get the touch. Caught the ball, but changeover. It was a great read.
Yeah, that's Toya again on the far side wing this time. He was on the near side wing before, and he's read that shut touch twice, so he knows his job, knows his role, contributing well.
Up the sideline now. Touch is made from QT. Just gaining some metres.
Nice cock into dummy half there. Working hard. Matter. A pop out fly. Wells wants it back. There he goes.
Wingers there. Has to pull it back though. Manages to avoid the pass though. Brilliant move there.
Nice.
Space opens up. Just needed to get his hands to it, but lost it. He did everything right, but just couldn't quite get it there, unfortunately. Santhakuma. Ball down. QT now. Dying seconds of this final first half.
Yeah, they're just rolling off now too. There's no midfield pressure. Nobody's flying up. Fellas are cruising. What is it? 20 seconds on the clock. QUT, we're looking to scoop here.
Yeah, definitely so. We'll see what they can deliver. He's making a break down the side. The winger's there. Can't get it. The play before, he was couldn't run into it. This time he overran it, and the passing connections just aren't quite reaching, unfortunately, for QUT. And the final siren does sound. That'll do it for half number one here in our gold medal match in the men's. 5-2, a big advantage early on here for Western Sydney.
Absolutely, mate. You know, QUT are going to have to come in now. They've seen enough from Western City to know, but it's their goal line defence. You know, they're going to have to keep these guys off their goal line, work a little bit harder in the midfield, and just one try at a time. We're not chasing five, we're chasing one at a time, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. A big second half still to come here in our gold medal match. Stick with us. We'll be back in just a moment with the second half of action as QUT continues to take on Western Sydney University. And back with you here, second half of action about to kick off at Palm Beach Touch Association for the UniSport Australia Touch Footy Grand Finals. It's been a huge first half of action with Western Sydney coming out with a commanding lead 5-2 over the home state side QUT. So a little bit of work to be done here. We are unfortunately right on the siren. That is insanely loud. Apologies if that blew out your ears. QT, a little bit of work to do here in the second half. Trailing by 3. Western Sydney, a big advantage. It is going to be QT to open the run, though. So let's see what they can do here.
They need to score off this one pretty much if they want to be a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. They'd want to get one on the board as soon as they possibly can. Not looking too threatening just at the moment. We'll see what they manage to set up. Touch is made. They're going to go to the short side. Pass is long. Intercept. No. Ball down.
Yeah, ref's got him offside too. If they could get the ball past that player, then it was a sure try, either link in or draw pass. But it's a sign of things to come, you know, with that link playing the ball. I reckon they can get him behind him. Nice little pop. Rooster, he gets around. Oh, he has a look at the line. Nice, Nicholas. You know, if he's sort of 3 or 4 metres out, he's only a dive away from scoring at the moment. Again, looking for it. He's going to come together with Parker, pulling the middles out again. Lots of space on that right side wing, and there he goes back to it.
Oh. Unlucky. Earlier in the day, you could have said that you know, some of those drop passes were due to the wet ball, just obviously absorbing a little bit of the moisture in the ground. But man, it's a bright, sunny, beautiful day here in Queensland, and I can't see a single drop of water out on these fields. So
tired, bro.
Can't use those excuses anymore. Yeah, well, it's the third game of the day for these teams, so they would definitely be feeling it. You know, a couple of 28-minute games earlier in the day for the quarterfinals and semifinals, now playing a full 40 minutes as well. So that fatigue, that exhaustion, the legs would absolutely be feeling it.
And for QUT, this is a war of attrition.
Yeah. Western Sydney, though, that could all but seal it for Western Sydney with another try here very early on in the second half of action. A brilliant break through the line and getting it down as well.
It's almost like they're challenging the D to take the man on, which is really tough when you're down players because you're left chasing sort of 10 metres either side of your body. So, yeah, nice, easy little cutback.
Yeah, and I don't know whether you would have been able to hear it on the Atmos mic, but you could just hear Western Sydney down on the sides calling, you can taste it. They know it's coming. The lead is up to 6-2.
The New South Wales boys, mate, when I play against them, they make me taste it too. Don't you worry. I've been on the receiving end of that.
So QT now going to want to respond early out of this attack. Just need to keep their heads on their shoulders at the moment. There is still plenty of time. Another near intercept for Western Sydney. No one ended up hitting the bottom of the deck, though, so Mata just couldn't quite get his hands around it. Let's see what QUT can do here. Takes a dive at the line. Touch is on, though.
Try.
No, try. I thought he called the touch. Brilliant finish there from QUT.
If you have a look, there were 2 options. So the link came in, turned in as well. So behind his back, the short side was open.
Yeah, no, so nice finish here from QUT. We'll have a look and you can sort of see, gets through the line. I could see the hands from the Western Sydney player, but he didn't get him. You're right.
Yep, loved it.
What a finish for QUT. Closing the gap back to 3. A brilliant play.
Best thing I loved was where the referee was standing. He was right in front of it. Hey.
Yeah, you definitely can't argue when he's that close to the play. He would have seen light and day if there was a touch. Mata now for Western Sydney. They move it down to this right-hand side. QUT pounces defensively. Western Sydney just going to hold it up here. No major urgency from them. Just walking through the offense. Setting up the player. They're going to come to this short side. Kick it back through to the centre. Tries to dance around the touch, but a great 5th. Long ball all the way out to the winger. Can he get it there? Yes, he can. I reckon that dive is on.
Referee's got the touch.
He's calling the touch. Brilliant job there out on the wing.
And the 30-metre pass.
Yeah.
It was wicked.
Yeah.
Look like you, Dave. That's how you pass, bro. Yeah. Nice. QUT turning the wheels, though. They need a bit of energy to go coast to coast.
Yeah, well, they know they're on ice here. 360 advantage for Western Sydney. So pulling out all the big stops here, pushing their legs as fast as they can go. They've got the ball up the field. That is the last, though, so need to make something happen here. That'll be the changeover.
Down the right end of the field, though, Now to apply some pressure, you just got to keep this Western Sydney crew off your line. Nice. Boys not looking to sub, eh? They must feel good. Must feel nice and fresh. They're going to go down the far sideline, taking away set.
Yeah, interesting decision as well, because the changeover was quite close to where the bench was. Maybe only 10, 15 metres in the field of play, but they did decide to run it up that far side. So like you said, must be feeling good. We'll see 6-3 advantage. They're just going to sort of cruise this one through to the end. See what they can deliver here, though. Can they get the pass away? And the ball is down. Brilliant finish yet again from Western Sydney.
And that is why.
Huge play. Yeah, they don't need to go subsets. They don't need to stress. I reckon they think they've already got this one in the bag, and you can just sort of see, that extra pass is made right there, dives through the line, and QUT defensively just couldn't get 2 feet in front, make the touch, and a brilliant extra play there from Western Sydney. 7-3, the advantage back up to 4 tries now. QUT getting put on ice. Still 15 minutes to play, though, so plenty of time for them to work their way back into it, but they're going to have to make a move soon.
Oh.
Speaking of which, though, they do take a dive at the line there.
Oh, ref has
touch is called.
Offside. Okay.
So, nice look from QUT. Going to attack again. Coming to the short side. Extra passes there. Dives through the line, but great touch from Western Sydney. There wasn't a lot of space to work through there, QUT. Still tried to sort of fight their way into it. So they're going to need to try and look for better opportunities than that. The right-hand side has plenty of space. You can see the long ball there. Can he get the extra pass? Yes, he can. QUT is going to get in. Brilliant finish. There was so much space, and they get the finish as well. QUT close it back down to 3. It's 7-4.
Yeah, mate, the winger Carnews, he's just been standing between the link and the winger trying to make a read. And when you're making a read, you're caught in no man's land. So, nice draw pass.
And that is exactly what they needed. Again, every time Western Sydney add one to their tally, QUT fights back in quick succession. 7-4 now the score. Western Sydney quick to dump that one on the 10.
Mate, Wells is having a captain's knock. He's been out there for like the last 4 or 5 positions in a row. He scored the try, did the D, now he's back scoring the try, mate. He's having a good time. He must be fit as.
Western Sydney now just setting up the offense, going to move the ball through the centre of the field. And that's just too easy for Western Sydney. There is no way QUT's defense should have collapsed like that. That's a brilliant offense, and it didn't even really look like he faked it all that much. It was just I think he got caught on the wrong foot, perhaps. I'll have a look at it again here.
They run a little block play out the back. A bang, he pops out the back, goes to step out the back. There it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Unfortunate for QUT. He just got caught on the wrong foot on defense, and that extra pass just made all of the difference. Could just step around, cruise across the line, and take it to 4-8.
So chasing 4, score 1, stop 1, score 1, stop 1. It's got to be the method. Parker's thrown the head away, so he's serious now. Hey, oi.
Nice look from QUT. The pass, unfortunately, just didn't hit the mitts. But again, nice looks here from QUT. They're identifying the gaps. They're recognising that their wings are open. Those long balls are coming close. They just need to find that connection. Dives across the line. Great touch, Western Sydney.
See, Western Sydney are running a tight 4 defence. This is what the New South Wales men's ran a while ago. So 4 of them in tight, the 2 wingers holding out wide. So the wingers are the ones that decide whether to come on or stay out, and then the link has to recover. So there's actually a few spaces around there that they can go for. Bang! That's good work by Wells. He showed a bit of space underneath. Verenkamp thought, dive. Oh, no. Nice defensive work.
Yeah, QUT looking dangerous here. So that was 5th and last. Can he make it across the line? No, ball down.
Yeah.
Great try there from QUT, but Western Sydney's defense just crashed on that pass. And unfortunately, wasn't able to take the ball cleanly. Ball down, Western Sydney now with a chance. They lead 4-8 over QUT.
Yeah, there you go. And it's those simple touches there where you get put on the back foot over sort of 10, 12 metres that they're sort of picking up. It's the reason they're going end to end the whole time. They're going to have to start contesting position in the ruck. Get a few turnovers as well.
Western Sydney trying to push over towards the left-hand side now. Takes the touch, move it across. Extra hot passes there. Space opens up. Dances around the defense. Can he get across the line? Nice dive. He did get the touch. Yeah. Brilliant play, though, from Western Sydney. Just continuing to attack that line and forcing QUT to just really switch on defensively.
It's so sapping to have to pick yourself up off the ground all the time, diving to make touches, you know, especially with the lack of subs. And off the mark, penalty.
And silly turnover there for QUT as well, you know, off the mark. It's such a simple thing to fix up, and it's that fatigue, it's that tiredness setting in, and, you know, a simple brain lapse like that makes all the difference. Western Sydney in a strong offensive position now to try and add another one to their tally.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You know, a couple of big teams that I refereed on the way through this tournament have had some really big injuries that have kept them out of this game, but it's nice to see this crew in here doing their best now. QUT trying to rumble with Sydney, but clearly there are a few numbers down as well.
Yeah, silly mistake here from Western Sydney as well with the touch pass. So change over QUT, ball down, great defensive position. Fresh set of 6. Let's see if QUT can utilise this. They're going to go through the subsets as well, not gaining a lot of metres on each individual run.
Yeah, with 10 minutes to go, a couple of their big boppers are going to have to do some big minutes here.
Yeah.
Like, their wingers are trying to stay for the whole game and just have a 4-and-4 sub internally, but they're sort of going to have to get their players together. See Parker with the ball down.
Yeah, you can tell that fatigue is setting in. These Queensland boys, they're just starting to run out of gas, starting to make a couple of silly mistakes. You know, they look dangerous when they do get it down inside their 7, but it's getting the ball up the field at the moment that has really started to cause them a little bit of difficulty.
It's funny what those 3 extra players on the bench can do, eh?
Oh,
in
absolutely.
terms of energy. Yeah.
Especially when it is relatively warm there out on the field as well. You know, that third game of the day, nice sunny Queensland day, they'll be feeling it late into this last half. We are under 10 minutes to play. It's QT now. Let's see what they can deliver on this occasion. That could be another incorrect play of the ball.
Yeah. Player looks disappointed, but I'm happy with that turnover.
Yeah, I mean, there was no interference in the ruck or anything like that. He sort of tried to argue his case, but that was just clear, tripping over, fell over the ball, rolled it off its mark. Great call by the officials.
Here we go, and they'll just turn the wheels.
Oh, nice extra pass. Western Sydney now thought about making the pass out to the winger. Nice fake through. Good touch there by QUT.
Little shift with 20 metres to go till they get to the 7. And Wells and Mighty coming together. Got him.
Touch is made, breaks through the play. Extra pass is there, and down in the corner. QUT just falling apart defensively. Western Sydney into the corner again. Brilliant extra pass. Sucked in the defender. Made the connection. One more try, Western Sydney. 9-4 the lead.
Like, they're putting together a plan, and you can see it. They're getting out to that link channel, attacking those links, and then trying to play footy, getting the wingers to come in. So, I mean, 4 tries from this game so far, eh?
Yeah, just a great underhand pass as well. You know, Western Sydney are just doing a really great job of recognising the gaps in QUT's defence, and they've just punished them on every single opportunity. 9-4 the advantage, 7 minutes to play.
And it's the same thing. QUT have a plan. They know what they're trying to do and where they're trying to go. I'm just not seeing it work for them at the moment, eh? Oh, they got one. They got one out of it. So,
yeah.
You know?
Let's see what they can do here. They're going to attack this short side again. Pass is there. Defender's off the line. Makes the extra touch. QUT really do love attacking this this short side. Think about it again. Extra pass is made. Dives into the Western Sydney defender, though. Looks like he might have hurt himself. I think he went straight into the knee.
Yeah, shoulder. What did he grab?
Yeah, I'm not overly sure what he's done, but he's dived straight into the knee of the Western Sydney player. I can't actually see his number. I think he might have just... Was it a winding or was it a shoulder?
Yeah, I don't know, he's holding his arm funny.
Yeah, he's holding his arm funny, so I reckon it might have been an arm.
Happy to stay out there, though, at the moment. Ethan?
Yeah.
Tough
a little bit unlucky. He saw the opening there, just tried to dive through it, but unfortunately, yeah, it must have been like his arm or his shoulder. Made connection with the knee of the defending Western Sydney player. Happy to stay out on the field, though. Great take. Unfortunately, it was a little bit of a long ball, so it gave Western Sydney plenty of time to crash down onto it.
Oh, yeah, hard. They're actually really, really flat, eh? There's no depth to their running, so they can't get away with those switch or wrap plays. Way too flat to get away with it.
Great read there from the QUT defense. Straight off the line as well. Another touch. Only gained a metre on that one, Western Sydney. So QUT just starting to send those shooters through, trying to limit the amount of space that Western Sydney gets. He's through the line, though, on this occasion. Let's see if he's got the guns to get there. No, QT's defense has speed as well. It's that second player coming through that got the touch. Western Sydney, though, push QT. Do they have the legs to make it? No, one more pass. Can't quite get there, though. You can see the disappointment in his face as well. The pass was there. The lane was open.
Oh, yeah.
Unlucky Western Sydney not able to get themselves into the double digits.
Yeah, I'm worried about his shoulder, man, the way he's holding it. Hey.
Yeah, did quite a bit of damage to himself, that's for sure, and he's going to take the break now, and straight away he drops to his knees. So clearly in a bit of discomfort.
Well, this... Oh, no, there we go. Just confused the referee for 7 on there for a moment. Nice, right into the field, though. Here we go.
Yeah. Man, how good is this Western Sydney defense? They've been playing tight all game.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's nice and tight. You can see the 4 have a really nice tight 4. Good communication. They get in early. And the wingers know their roles, which is really important at this level of the game. And now it's cruise mode. So we go to like 100% completion, but 60% energy at this point. And we just protect our bodies, protect the score.
We'll see what Western Sydney can do on this one. QT defense has it relatively easy. They can just sort of slowly jog backwards. Western Sydney now, there's a space there. Extra pass, long ball, couldn't get the connection though. QT want to quickly get that one played, but the dummy half wasn't ready to go. So Western Sydney able to make it back in time. QT now just pushing through their subs. Man, they'll feel that lactic acid build up in their legs at the moment. They've been pushing through, only a couple of subs on the bench. You can tell they're really starting to fatigue out on the floor. One more big push here from QT would do them justice to try and close this gap a little bit. Space is there.
Recount.
Went for the volleyball pass, but easy read there from Western Sydney to swap that one into the ground.
Yeah, so these are those ones. I want to see him, Crawford, diving at the feet again. So you get the 50-50 play on, try, not looking to pass. Get the offside players, play them under fatigue. Bang. There it is. Oh, yeah.
Intercept is on. Turns on the Jets. Has the play there as well. QT defense dances around. Player from behind gets the touch. Brilliant intercept. And Western Sydney, again, just continuing to dominate here in this game.
Yeah, they've dominated possession because they've been able to contest it and they're stealing the ball, you know. So QUT aren't getting through their 6 touches. They're able to steal it on the 3rd or 4th touch with an intercept, which is awesome. Nice, open side quickie.
5th here. Let's see what Western Sydney can do. Pass out to the winger. No space, though. QT, get the changeover.
He tried to fake the Statue of Liberty. Hey, pulled it up. I'm going to throw the long one. Does a reversey. He's had a good game, Katoa, though.
Just over 2 minutes to play here in this gold medal match. I'm pretty sure Western Sydney have already started the celebrations in their head. It's a 9-4 lead as QT thought about the pass. That's going to be an incorrect play of the ball.
Yeah, got him.
Made that connection with the foot. It rolled forward. Doesn't look happy with it, but it's absolutely the correct call.
Yes, here we go. West Sydney, just a bit of ball control inside the last couple. What do we got? Yeah, 2 to go. This will be nice for them. Able to cruise down. It's nice to finish a final with a few in the bag, mate, without all that pressure and stress sometimes, even though the fans want to drop off.
Yeah, and you can see Western Sydney just really starting to take it easy as well. They know that they don't have to do too much to claim the victory now.
And really
dummy halves. Just taking the time into position. The pass is moving long ways across the field. No real offensive drive at the moment. But hey, when you lead by 5, under a minute and a half to play, who needs it? They're going to try and run it now on the last. Space is there. Opens up. Dives through.
Oh, touch.
I reckon he got there as well. So Western Sydney, without even trying, managed to get one down. I think even they thought that was a Hail Mary. Went, why not? We'll give it a crack, and got it in as well. So QT, again, just starting to fall asleep there defensively, and a brilliant finish from Western Sydney University.
Yeah, nice way to get through. The defender didn't even look to claim it.
So that'll make it 10-4 to the visiting Sydney Siders. Under a minute to play now as well. QT, I think it is all but done here for them, but can they get a consolidation try here in the dying moments of this match? Offense is cruising up the field at the moment. They're not looking too aggressive. They make that pass out. They're going to go through this long side. Dive over the line. You know what? I might have spoken too soon. They add a consolidation try onto the tally. It's 10-5.
That's awesome. That space has been open all day. That's the one they could have been going for. Nice. Get the quickie. The link short side shuts. Boom. Walk over.
Yeah, great drive there from QUT, and unfortunately they won't walk away with the gold here in this match, but that's a nice way to finish their game at least anyway, as we do hear that final siren sound.
There it is.
It was a great match from QUT, but Western Sydney just too strong throughout, and they take the gold.
The full-time siren. Referees around the grounds, if you have a tied result, can you please raise your hand?
Not on field one.
Not on field one, not at all. Western Sydney proving too strong for QUT, 10-5. We'll leave you with a couple of those try highlights as we get ourselves set up for the next match of the afternoon. I believe we will have the women's gold medal match up next.
Looks like the mixed team's warming up at the moment.
Yeah, there's a mixed team warming up there. There's a women's team warming up here. I'm not too sure who we'll have, but stick around. We'll find out in just a moment. Unfortunately, I don't have an updated schedule in front of me.
At 9. Players and referees will have 30 seconds.
Thanks again, and we'll check in with you soon with our next gold medal match here at the UniSport Australia Touch Footy Grand Finals.